So let's first discuss the categorical imperative by Immanuel Kant. So yung categorical imperative ay isang tuntunin na nagsasabing dapat tayong gumawa ng tama, hindi dahil sa gusto natin itong gawin or may hiningi tayong kapalit sa paggawa ng tama, kundi dahil ito yung tamang gawin. So sabi ni Kant, bago tayo gumawa ng isang aksyon, dapat natin tanungin yung sarili natin, papaano kung lahat ng tao ay gagawin yung particular na aksyon na gagawin natin? Magiging tama pa rin ba to? Or magiging mabuti ba to para sa pangkalahatan? So halimbawa na lang, kung magsisinungaling ka para makaiwas ka sa gulo, tanungin mo muna yung sarili mo, paano kung lahat ng tao ay lagi nagsisinungaling? Magiging maayos ba yung lipunan natin? So dahil palagi na lang nagsisinungaling yung mga tao, mawawala na sila ng tiwala sa isa't isa. And may chance din na masira yung mga pamilya, magkakaibigan, and even yung gobyerno natin baka magkagulo-gulo na rin. So in short, magugulo yung lipunan natin. Which means na mali yung pagsisinungaling dahil hindi ito nakakabuti para sa lahat or para sa karamihan. Bukod pa dyan, mahalaga rin kay Kant yung intensyon ng tao. Gumagawa ka ba ng tama dahil ito ang tamang gawin or dapat gawin, o dahil may gusto ka makuha or may hiningi kang kapalit dun sa paggawa ng tama. So para sa kanya, ang tunay na moral or moral good na gawain ay iyong ginagawa mo dahil ito ang tama, hindi dahil sa takot, gantimpala, or para sa sariling interes lamang. Now let's tackle about the universal law. So according sa universal law, an individual should act according to maxims or principle of actions that can be consistently viewed as a universal law. Which means na yung individual daw, yung isang tao, should act according to principle of actions na makakabuti para sa lahat. In other words, bago mo gawin yung isang particular na action na gagawin mo, tanungin mo muna yung sarili mo kung magiging morally acceptable pa rin ba yung gagawin mo kapag ginawa ito ng lahat ng tao, o magiging maganda ba yung kalabasan nito para sa lahat kapag ginawa yun ng lahat ng tao.
Respect has a great importance in everyday life. As children, we are taught to respect our parents and teachers, school rules and traffic laws, family and cultural traditions, other people's feelings and rights, our country's flag and leaders, the truth, and people's differing options. And we come to value respect for such things. When we're older, we may shake our heads at people who seem not to have learned to respect them. We develop great respect for people we consider exemplary and lose respect for those we discover to be clay-footed. We may also come to believe that at some level, all people are worthy of respect. We may learn that jobs and relationships become unbearable if we receive no respect in them. In certain social millenniums, we may learn to price up disrespect. If we violate a street law, call to respect this or that are increasingly part of public life. Environmentalists exhort us to respect nature. Opposed of abortion and capital punishment insist respect for human life. Member of racial and ethnic minorities and those discriminated against because of their gender, sexual orientation, age, religious beliefs, or economic status demand respect both as social and moral equals and for their cultural differences.
What is autonomy? Autonomy means being able to make your own choice based on what you think is right, without being forced or controlled by others. It's about being responsible for your own life and decisions. What is the example of autonomy? The example of autonomy, Johnny choosing to quit his job to pursue a different career path, even if it means a temporary loss of income, is an example of autonomy. They are making a decision based on their long-term goals and personal fulfillment, exercising their freedom to choose their own path. And why do autonomy is important? Simply because in our everyday life, it let us make our own choice, which make us happier, help us grow, and makes the world a better place. It's about respecting everyone's right to decide for themselves. But sometimes having a complete freedom to choose can lead to a bad decision that hurt ourselves or others. It can also cause disagreements and problems when people choose clash. Too much freedom might lead to irresponsible behavior or even chaos. So while it's good to have choices and freedom, it's also important to think about your consequences and follow the rules and keep everyone safe. Limitation. Always think about limitation.
Good day, everyone. This is my contribution in our group in ethics. Kant categorical imperative is a foundational concept in democratical ethics, which hold that the morality of an action depends on whether it can be universally and respected in inherent dignity of all rational beings. The scenario. For example, the scenario is cheating in exam to pass. For example, me at PCCR, a student who is struggling in class, then I realized that if I fail this exam, I will not pass this course and it will delay my future or my graduation. Then I consider that cheating in exam will secure my passing grade and did not delay my future or my graduation. Based on under categorical imperative, lying is morally permissible because permissible even to save life. The maxim of the lying cannot be universalized without contradiction. It uses another person merely as a means to an end. Moral action must be based on duty, not outcomes. Kant moral philosophy prioritizes absolute principle over situational outcomes, which led to a famously strict stance against lying. And that's all. Thank you. Good day, everyone. This is my contribution in our group in ethics. So the situation addressing workplace discrimination based on personal basis or personal knowledge. Universal law. Act only according to the maxim whereby you can at the same time will that it should become a universal law. Here's my example. The manager in Ace Hardware consistently overlooks Kate, a highly qualified employee, for promotion. Instead, the manager in Ace Hardware promotes less qualified male colleagues because of the personal belief that the men are better in leadership roles or in a workplace. Kant categorical imperative show that the manager of Ace Hardware behavior is ethically unacceptable. A morally upright would be to assess all candidates fairly based on merit and qualification, respecting each individual instinct, worth, and moral agency. And that's all. Thank you.
Balancing environmental sustainability with corporate profits involves recognizing a moral obligation that goes beyond self-interest. According to Kant's view, business must act out of duty and respect for humanity, including future generations. Through the lens of categorical imperative, Kant's ethical framework can guide corporate behavior. The formula of universal law suggests that if all companies harm the environment profit, the planet will eventually become desolate. Clearly, a practice that cannot be universalized and is therefore morally banned. The formula of humanity argues that exploiting nature for gain treats people, particularly those suffering the effects of pollution and climate change, are means that rather than ends in themselves. Finally, the formula of autonomy emphasizes that a rational will must respect the rights of future people to live in a sustainable world. And in inclusions, corporate actions must honor environmental sustainability as profit cannot be used to justify the violation of moral duty.
Kant's moral philosophy prioritizes absolute principles over situational outcomes, which leads to a strict ethical demand. Even if sustainability reduces short-term profit, it must be pursued out of moral duty. Categorical imperative is a foundational concept in his deontological ethics, which holds that the morality of an action depends on whether it can be universalized and respects the inherent dignity of all rational beings. For example, imagine I am the CEO of a manufacturing company. My business has the option to use eco-friendly materials, but they are more expensive and would slightly reduce our profits. On the other hand, using cheap non-biodegradable plastics would boost our earnings but cause significant environmental harm. If our investors happy and maximize profit, I consider choosing the cheaper, more harmful option under Kant's categorical imperative. This decision would be morally impermissible the maxim it is acceptable to harm the environment for profit cannot be universalized without contradiction. If every company acted this way, it would lead to global environmental destruction which no rational people could will as a universal law.